Welcome to this edition of True Blue Weekly. I'm your host, Maggie Tyler, here to bring you all the latest news from around Georgia Southern athletics. It was a successful Saturday inside of Hanner Fieldhouse for both basketball teams this last weekend. The women were able to pick up their first Sun Belt Conference win of the season, snapping a 13-game losing streak with a 73-68 win over UTA. The squad shot a season-best 51.9% from the floor, along with a record-setting performance by point guard Amira Atwater. Atwater had 13 assists on the day, breaking the previous record of 12 that was set by Gwenda Smith back in 1993. 5 Eagles reached double-digit scoring on the night, led by Nicole Frank's 16 points. Haley Dias-Allen scored a career-high 13 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the floor, while Trell English-Lurie collected 11 points, all of which came in the third quarter. Alexis Folks and Rain Beeman also tallied double digits with 10 points each.
I'm just so proud of our kids. It's all about them because they kept hanging in there, and they haven't gotten any reward here lately. But they come to practice and, they keep getting better. And, boy, it's tough to keep fighting through that all the time. So just really happy for them that they got some really good positive feedback, and that confidence is so critical.
The Eagles will look to carry the momentum this weekend when they travel to Arkansas to face off against Little Rock and Arkansas State. It was a big night for the men's basketball team as well, who knocked off UTA with a 74-59 win inside Hanner Fieldhouse. Prior to tip-off, senior Mike Hughes and junior Ike Smith were both recognized on the court for their 1,000-point achievements. Hughes and Smith are now the 25th and 26th Georgia Southern men's basketball player to achieve the 1,000-point distinction. During Saturday night's game, junior guard Tukey Brown led the way for the Eagles. Brown led the team in scoring with 23 total points. He was 3 for 4 from long distance and had a huge block shot for the Eagles to go along with his 4 assists and 3 steals. Quan Jackson chipped in 12 points and made all 3 of his 3-point attempts, and Mike Hughes added 11 points. Ike Smith recorded 10 points as well and 6 rebounds on the night. After falling to Georgia State last week and Texas State on Thursday night, it was a big win for the Eagles, who are battling for one of the top spots in the conference.
It was a big win. I think this is a game we needed, and I think we just have to move on from there. Just keep doing the same mentality on the court. Don't change nothing up, and we'll be fine.
During halftime of the men's game, there was a special recognition for Georgia Southern men's basketball alumni, including a presentation for one record-setting Eagle, Fran Florian. Florian made a school record 29 field goals in the historic game on January 22, 1964. He led the Eagles to a 123-95 win over Jacksonville University, scoring 60 points in the contest for the first time in school history. That historic game came well before the addition of the three-point line, and Florian finished his career with a total of 1,341 points, 5th in program history, and was inducted into the Georgia Southern Athletics Hall of Fame in 1991. Men's tennis opened their 2018 season on the road this last weekend, traveling to the Air Force Academy all the way out in Colorado. The Eagles were swept in their opening weekend of play, but will travel to face Miami next weekend to face off against the University of Miami, as well as Florida Gulf Coast. The women's swimming and diving team defeated West Florida 163-137 in a dual meet on Saturday morning. The Eagles and the Argonauts competed in 16 events on Saturday, with Georgia Southern capturing 10 of the 16. The strongest swim on the day was in the 100 butterfly, where the Eagles finished in first, second, and third. Kaylin Thomas won the event, and right behind her was Jessica Ware, who placed second, and Bree Mazzai, who finished third. Other victories for the Eagles included Anna Morse, who swept the backstroke events for the Eagles, claiming the win in the 100 and 200 meter races. Courtney Schaefer notched another 200 IM win, while Randy Kaiser captured another 500 freestyle event win, and Mackenzie Brown added a win in the 50 freestyle. That meet wrapped up the regular season as the last tune-up for the Eagles before the CCSA Conference Championship meet, which begins on February 14th. The Georgia Southern baseball program and head coach Rodney Hennon hosted an evening with the AllStars on Friday night. The event was quite the hit among Eagle Nation, with over 400 people in attendance. While previewing the upcoming season as well as looking back at 2017, the event was highlighted by both a silent and live auction, raffle drawing, and special guest speaker and Major League All-Star Fred McGriff. Georgia Southern All-Stars were also in attendance. The Eagle baseball program honored their 2018 Wall of Fame members, which included Jason Cadenhead, Greg Dowling, Matt Herring, Eric Phillips, and Everett Tieford. The evening with the All-Stars was hosted by the Dugout Club, and all proceeds benefit the Georgia Southern baseball program to support the team on and off the field. A full schedule of events is available on gseagles.com. Make sure to follow us on social media and tune into True Blue TV next week for another edition of True Blue Weekly.